match is now officially a Judy Bagwell on a forklift match.
I can see my fantasy, I'm so consumed in bed. What I see takes over me, I'm blind beyond repair.
Did you guys ever notice? A question for you, real quick, because we've been doing this shit for almost a year now, and I've never once or twice a week I hear Maven's theme song. It starts off really fast and then it drops, like about 6 seconds in, it slows way down, and I'm tripped up by it because that's the first time I've heard it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tony.
That's where it drops. Is right there. Yeah.
On the Jays podcast, we have Suck My Cock. It's Tony, always welcome on the show. But as always, my name is Clinton Davis. You can find me at PK Batman. To my right is my lovely co-host and pain in the ass.
I'm Ethan Hubbard. You can find me at Jensen Collins 3. And guess what today, boys? I brought 3 of these bad boys because there's a fuck ton of wrestling to talk about.
You can find us on Twitter at On a Forklift Pod. You can find us at YouTube at On a Forklift Wrestling Podcast. And you can find us at Twitch at On a Forklift Wrestling Pod. I fucking told you I would do it, everyone. I'm lazy, but I got it done. But as always, Thursday nights at 9 p.m. on UPN.
You can also find us on like TikTok and Instagram and shit. We are social media savants, if you will.
Oh, fuck. Let me grab these because I got to thank everyone for these.
He's got goodies, and I'm putting nuts in my mouth.
Shut the fuck up!
Would anybody like a peanut?
Thank you to everyone who donated, who helped us get these made so we can hand these out. Official On a Forklift cards has our QR code with every link we have on the back and where to find us live. We really appreciate everyone who donated over the past few weeks with subs. It doesn't go unnoticed. I'm sorry that Ethan's a dick and played the thank you video twice, both times with banners covering over shit where we say thank you because he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And I've been mad about it for 7 days.
7 days.
You fuck. I take a week off to run 2 quiz shows in a week and you leave the banner up.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're a rookie. You know what else happens when you're a rookie? And I mean this in all sincerity. When you're a rookie booker of a wrestling show, wild shit like Wednesday night happened.
Oh.
It was something else last night. That's for goddamn sure.
I thought I was watching a cinematic fever dream.
Oh, it wasn't a fever dream. That was real fucking life that happened. That was real shit. That was a real 2 hours that happened.
Yeah.
And I actually watched it, and that's something that never happens.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry you sat through what was a mediocre, middling Dynamite leading up to All Out. Because you know what? The thing I'll say about AEW is we know what the world title match is about a month out from the pay-per-view. Who's Moxley facing? Spoiler, Moxley won in about 3 minutes.
So I brought this up earlier in a reply to something on TikTok. They set up 5 matches last night and took away 1 from the All Out card. Ladies and germs, we are all of 10 fucking days away from All Out. And they just now made 5 matches. Of the matches, I want to clarify, I'm not upset at them, right? Not upset about the matches.
Not even a little.
But of these matches, only really one of them actually has a decent build to it. One of them has 2 people that are just thrown into it, and another 2 people just got thrown into it. That's the FTR Motor City Machine Guns match. Because, you know what? We love it.
I shut my fucking mouth. I don't care. Anything to get FTR and Motor City in the fucking same ring. Great.
I don't have a problem. My problem with that is that Jay Lethal's involved. Whatever.
Yes. Which is, as long as this ends with Wardlow powerbombing the fuck out of Jay Lethal to death, I'm cool. I'm cool.
If that's like if that's the caveat to have that match happen, I'm fine with it. That's cool.
Mhm.
The Acclaimed and Swerve in Our Glory. That match made not mad about it. I think it's a good shot for the Acclaimed. It's a profile spot on a pay-per-view, and it's against two really good workers. Honestly, looking at that, you can say Swerve is your favorites. I don't think so. I think that's a toss-up. That's a pick-em. If we were betting, that'd be a pick-em as to who's going to win that, because I feel like the Acclaimed are so over that them going over and getting the tag belts is a definite possibility.
Mhm.
I'm okay with that match. I'm actually not even that mad. I'm going to talk about the last match. Or the
Shut the fuck up!
Stop rambling. Let's talk about one thing at a time.
I was just trying to get through all of the matches.
I know, but let's focus on certain things instead of running it all down. Because yeah, you're right. The Acclaimed, because we can talk about Ass Daddy versus his son, which was the most out of fucking place match on this card. That's for goddamn sure. It lasted all of 5 minutes, and when you have a match that's 5 minutes that's more offensive than a 3-minute squash of your world champion, that should fucking say something.
Honestly, right now, I think they're just struggling. They're in a race because he sees that Trips is doing a good job. He's like, I need people to look at the screens, and I can't have feuds going that are not that great. So he's got to get eyes on the screen, which means you got to put two teams together or two people together who weren't in a feud before, and you got to get it going.
Which, I mean, if you're going to be real here, like the most over tag team, with the exception of FTR, is going to be the Acclaimed. So you know what? With every other tag team being involved with the trios titles or some sort of 6-man tag match at the pay-per-view, that's fine. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with the Acclaim versus Swerve in Our Glory. Thank you, LT Shiny Sides, for your 7-month subscription. His message was to shut up, Ethan.
Yep.
All right. So what was on the board right after the tag?
Well, we can talk about the whole show as a beginning, because we started with Chris Jericho and Daniel Garcia in the ring, which was it's weird to start off Dynamite, because normally they start off with a match. They don't normally kick it off with promo videos.
But I'm not upset about it. Like, it was a weird start, and I thought it was going to lead to something more, and it did. However, the Daniel Garcia, putting him in that spot right up front seemed like a little bit of a stretch. He hasn't been on promos that much, and the end of it felt, the nice thing is the ending of it felt a little more real. The Daniel Garcia part of it, he actually did feel like he was out of his shell. At one point he said, I can't do this in front of these people. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. And it didn't really feel like he was acting. That felt like that was more of him than anything, which was nice. It's nice to see that.
Yeah, because he's a wrestler, not a sports entertainer. Which that's eventually how this is going to play out, is the fact that he's going to align himself with Brian. Yeah, and it just makes sense in that aspect, because, like, he even came out the ring and said, he's my hero, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. Just kept on praising fucking Bryan Danielson. It just makes sense that he's going to team up with him. Now that Jericho Appreciation Society's got Sammy, they don't need Garcia.
No, and Garcia doesn't need to be on there either. He's going to be wasted there. He always felt like, even though he was tied in with 2.0, he was the outlier in that group.
Yeah, because he was a real wrestler in a group of sports entertainers. Like, Jericho's a wrestler. I don't like Jericho, but I'll give him the credit he deserves of being a wrestler. But Bryan Danielson is the better wrestler.
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah, no, I'm great. I love the Bryan Jericho bit of that. Is really where stuff started to heat up, and I was like, all right, we're getting somewhere. We're gonna have a good one. I was like, you invoked Stu, you invoked Owen Hart, like you're drumming up some feelings here to make this happen. And he actually, I think he flustered Chris at one point, because Jericho's usually very on the ball with stuff, and he did the, well, you know what thing, and you're like, he ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing tonight. Brian came out firing on all cylinders.
But it was a good promo, to start off the show.
Yeah.
Like, that was a high spot in the show. It's going to lead to Brian versus Chris Jericho at the pay-per-view. Jake Hager attacks Brian because, Jericho's always got to have some sort of muscle on him.
Oh yeah.
And we're getting Jake Hager versus Bryan Danielson next week. That should be a plotting affair where Bryan tries to carry him to a 3-star match, which he will, because Bryan's that good. Hager is not.
No.
I think it could end up being a really good match.
Like, look, it's got Danielson involved. Anything involving Danielson's going to be a good match.
Sure.
But Hager definitely brings down the star value or the quality of a match just based on his in-ring abilities. Like, he's good against other big hosses, but I don't think he does well against people who can actually wrestle. Like, him and Kingston's great because Kingston is not a wrestler. Kingston is a brawler.
You know, who would be in? You're right about that. I was trying to think of anybody that he's been in the ring with, and it is just big dudes because some of his best matches came against Sheamus. And Sheamus is just a big brawler of a dude. He's not really a wrestler. However, him and Claudio wasn't terrible.
Claudio is a hoss,
but he's also a wrestler.
He can play both roles. He's a brawler and a fucking wrestler. He can do both.
But he's also Claudio. He can do anything.
He is the Swiss cyborg, the Swiss Superman.
Yeah, doesn't he speak like 5 languages?
I don't know. I know he terrifies John Cena in the weight room, and that's all I need to know about Claudio Castagnoli.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next segment real quick. It was the pretty much leads into Dax Hardwood as our wrestler of the year. He carried Jay Lethal to a great match.
Fuck yeah, he did.
Not good on the first viewing. I'm more of a second viewing type of person, but I really enjoyed that match the second time around. The addition, replacing Singh, and I can't remember the other dude's name.
Satnam Singh and Sanjay Dutt.
Thank you. Replacing both of them with the Motor City Machine Guns is a genius move.
Alex Shelley needs to be on my fucking television all the time.
Yes,
Alex Shelley is one of my favorite people to watch wrestle.
Yeah, which just led into Ethan saying they changed the match around and went from being those 6 to now it's Jay Lethal and Motor City Machine Guns versus Wardlow and FTR. And my biggest gripe with that match is we are on now a full calendar year that TNT title has not been defended on pay-per-view. It has not been defended on pay-per-view since Miro versus Eddie Kingston at All Out 2021. And I have a problem with titles not being defended on pay-per-view for a long time.
Hey, there's one of them that's about to break the thing. And we'll talk about that in a bit.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was a good match. Like, nothing to really write home about, but it was a good opening match for the card. Dax Harwood is phenomenal. Jay Lethal's all right. Not the biggest Jay Lethal fan. I'll be real with you guys. I think he peaked in Ring of Honor in 2016, but
I think he peaked in TNA even farther back than that.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, was it Machismo?
Yeah, the Black Machismo.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I like from Jay Lethal. Just like the little comedy parts because he does it so well.
I've never had a problem with his in-ring work, but the character work after Black Machismo has always felt like he's just riding the coattails of his previous work, and it's never lived up to what it should have been.
Hi, Taylor.
Hello.
But yeah, honestly, yeah, if you're in the chat, we see we got a couple people in here. Sound off in the chat. We love to hear from all of you. The more you guys engage, the more we can always give back to you. That's just how fucking Twitch and everything works. Like, you guys donated a bunch. We're about to partner up with charities now because we did so fucking much. So thank you.
Yeah, we thank you so much for that. It looks like I'm ignoring everybody. If you're watching this, I'm not. I'm trying to work our Twitter feed right now because I forgot the password to log in on my computer, so I can't do it there. You're not getting the clicky clackies. So I'm doing it on my phone, but I am paying attention.
Whenever you got food in your mouth, just keep your mouth shut because it's rude to talk with food in your mouth.
Get
What were you going to say, Tony?
So now we moved on past the tag matches. So I tuned in, I think it was just after the tag match. It was before Punk and Mox.
So we had 2 matches before that. We had Baker and Kylan King, which was just 5 minutes of women on TV to build up that fatal 4-way now because Thunder Rosa is injured. She can't wrestle, so they're doing an interim women's title. The match is going to be Toni Storm, Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, and Sheeta.
So it looked like, I know Ethan had something to say about this because that's something that we brought up earlier, that there's another thing going on with another title.
Yeah.
It's the women's title.
But the women's title has been consistently defended on every pay-per-view that AEW has had. Just because Thunder Rosa is not defending the belt, period. Like, I can recall 3 defenses of that belt since she's had it. And I'm pretty sure one was to Toni Storm and one was to Jamie Hayter. I can't remember the other one.
So my favorite line from that was when Britt was like, I wrestled for 3 months with the title with a broken freaking wrist.
Thank you to whoever gifted a sub anonymously. We really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. Cheers.
Let's go to support my unemployed ass. All right. Oh, fuck.
No,
What did you just take?
Fuck.
Did we factory reset Clint?
Maybe.
No, we did that to you because you were just frozen.
Ethan's got that Taco Bell internet tonight.
No, my fucking VPN reset.
He's not having a Baja
24 hours.
He's having a Baja fucking bad time.
So, Ethan, what's your take on this whole Thunder Rosa?
I know I'm lost again.
We can hear you.
Yeah, I know your picture is not. I'm gonna leave and come back in.
Okay. So, party.
Yeah, fuck him. We don't need him. You and I can run this shit on our own.
Party.
Yeah. Party. I got Dr. Pepper and whiskey in here.
But
yeah, after that, because when it comes to the women's division at AEW, there's not much to talk about right now because they don't fuck. He's back.
Suckers.
God damn it. Well, that was a good 32 seconds of our show.
Hey, just like in bed.
We are gold medalists on this podcast. We believe in finishing first.
That's a minute 36 if you add all of us up, guys.
So just to go back to it was at a wedding we went to because Ethan is notorious in our group for being the best man. He's been best man at so many fucking weddings. It's not even funny at this point. Ethan, do you care to? You've been best man at 3. So we were at my cousin Kayla's wedding because now her and I are related because she married my cousin Greg. And Ethan's up there giving his best man speech. And to add on to the legacy of Kevin, I look at Ethan doing his best man speech, smile on his face, look over at his wife. She's fucking glowing. And I just look at Kevin and go like, Ethan looks like he's about to give her the best 2 minutes of her life tonight. And without skipping a beat, Kevin goes, what's he going to do? Fuck her twice? I almost ruined a speech at a wedding from how hard I was trying not to fucking laugh.
God damn it.
I was ready to fucking die. Like I was sitting there punching my thigh, just trying to bite my fucking tongue to not laugh as hard as I wanted to.
It's okay. It's okay.
I also had to explain on George's podcast today the pump t-shirt.
Funny enough, I almost wore my 3-pump shirt.
I've got my 2-pump shirt. I think it's right. No, it's not right there. It's right here.
Yeah, I almost wore it.
I'm 2 pumps.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan, how many pumps were you?
3.
You were 3. Okay, I know Kevin was the full fucking 5.
Because I do it for Dale.
Clinton, throw him a
Shut the fuck up!
All right, Ethan. So Thunder Rosa is not dropping the title, but going away for injury.
So the injury is legit by all good sources. Like the injury is actually legit. However, there's a little bit of extra curricular activities there, stating that Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter are both not the biggest fans of Thunder Rosa, this isn't the first time we've heard that.
Won't be the
However,
last.
if I'm being honest with you guys, I think that this match that we're going to get is an improvement over whatever they were going to throw out there with Thunder Rosa. So this is a rare instance of a positive, unfortunately timed injury. Like, it's unfortunate that this is the timing for it because All Out's the big pay-per-view, but it's a positive thing for the viewership because I get to see Sheeta and Tony Storm right there.
Yes, sir. Tony Storm's at my house.
Yep. But we get to see Tony. We get some Tony time. We get Sheeta. We get Britt Baker. We get Jamie Hayter. And I'm gonna call this, guys, right now. And you can keep this to next week when we do our All Out predictions. Jamie Hayter's gonna win the belt.
I'm putting a poll up right now in our chat. Vote for who do you think is going to be the women's champion at the end of the night. I'm glad LT's in the chat this week. I missed him on Saturday. Missed him a lot.
You know what?
What?
You'll see my answer.
Oh, fuck. Wow, we actually have people voting. Nice.
This is fantastic. Thanks, guys. Yes,
Hey.
exactly, Reed. Yes.
Welcome to the chat, Reed. Really appreciate you being here. Yeah, the story it has to, like, I want Tony to win. Don't get me wrong, but Jamie is a better choice right now. Like, if it was Thunder versus Tony, I think it would be Tony. I think Tony Storm's winning.
I do too, but I think Tony needs to win the belt with a story behind it, not have it from a fatal four-way. I think Sheeta's in there to eat the pin.
I hope not. She is, in my opinion, the most decorated women's champion they have on that roster.
Now, what would be stellar is if Jamie pinned Britt.
Now, hold on. Let me get this out of the fucking way. Why is Jade Cargill not challenging for the fucking belt in this fatal four-way? She's the undefeated TBS champion, which is the secondary championship to the AEW women's champion. Why is she not in it?
Because
why? Storyline, it makes sense that she's in it.
Because Stokely Hathaway hasn't negotiated for that to happen.
That motherfucker is on the phone yesterday.
I know, handing out business cards to the Gun Club.
Woo. I don't care if it's predictable and they give it to Tony. That's fine. I love me some Tony. Because then it's one belt. No, because then you can have her actually defend 2 titles a night. Because I think that'd be pretty tits. I think it'd be awesome if she won the AEW Women's Championship in the first women's match of the night at All Out. And then she dropped the TBS Championship to Athena later in the night. Because that's obviously the match they're building to there, is Athena versus Jade.
Unless they're going to do the predictable, not predictable thing, but the typical thing, which is she drops it to Athena and then she wins later. I mean, that would be the E version of that.
See, I forgot Athena was in AEW
because she's had one fucking match on Dynamite since she signed back in fucking May. One match on Dynamite.
Yeah, you know the biggest problem that's going to happen, or that happened, is that Chris got injured.
Oh yeah, there's so many injuries going on. Again, I don't think Kenny is ready to wrestle either right now.
We're gonna find out next week when he takes on Ospreay.
Bro, that should be the final. You were on FaceTime with us, and I said this should be the final. I know that it's going to be Dark Order versus the Young Bucks, but that should be the final. The final should have been Aussie Open versus the Elite because of the history between that. Or they're going to do something which is going to be absolutely insane for an AEW pay-per-view. Ospreay and Kenny are not going to be in the ring at the same time at all during that match.
Those two, like, whenever Kenny is better, like really better, I think that's your fucking Forbidden Door 2 match. Is Kenny versus
for the
Will.
US title.
You know what? I said this in our group chat yesterday. Adam Page is 100% going to be the third man.
Oh yeah.
Because right now it's confirmed Andrew Reynolds and John Silver. 10 is probably going to be the one, because I know the results for Rampage. I can tell you 10 is in the match, but I have a feeling that 10 is going to get injured and he's going to have to be replaced by Page. And it's going to be Page in the Dark Order versus Kenny and the Bucks. It makes sense. And if they don't do it that route,
it might be Alex Reynolds that gets injured.
I would rather have the actual tag team together.
I don't disagree with that, but I'm wondering how much fan service they're going to pay to certain people that work backstage.
All I know is that we have 8 people on our Twitch chat right now, and not one single person has redeemed a Big Papa Puff with my the new image that I did for it. Because I've worked hard. Because now, actually, I did something. If you redeem 20,000 channel points, you get to be a VIP on our channel. What does that mean? I don't fucking know.
No, you do know what it means. You get a sweet little forklift certification emote.
It's the dumbest thing I ever made.
And no, it's not. No,
Excuse
it's not.
me.
No, what you made last night. What you made last
dumbest
night was the dumbest thing you've ever made.
Oh my god, that thing! What the hell?
It was a request, and I'm not putting it on here. I can't.
No.
Unfortunately, there's just some things that we do in our spare time that we cannot put up here. They're funny to us. They're not going to be funny to you guys.
Listen,
but if you think religion's a joke, yes, it would be hilarious to you.
All I'm saying is take a movie that's a little more serious with the Bible than, say, Life of Brian, and put a couple of your friends' faces on the characters. That's it.
One dude with a smartphone. One dude with a smartphone, too.
Yeah,
but you take the photos where they're the happiest people of all time.
Hey, yo, my boy Judas. Let's get in on this.
Like it looked
Taylor,
like,
thank you for the bit.
It looked like the people carried the person on the cross, and the person on the cross were all having a blast.
It's how we all met. It's how we all fucking met.
Allegedly.
But in reality, I met that motherfucker beneath us 7 years ago on Monday.
Yeah.
Because he had to come pick up this drunk motherfucker to my right from my house. And the only reason we know that is because it was the same night as Bailey and Sasha.
Yep.
Such a good match.
One of the on a forklift top 5 matches of all time.
Yep. So.
Oh my God! Don't get me started.
I got something dialed up for it, but I don't know if I can do it.
Don't do it. Send it in the chat. Send it. No, not in this chat. In the group text.
No. I don't have a picture dialed up for it. If anybody knows the story of the Christ crippler,
the Shalom on the Range match.
It's the manager manger mix up. Oh my God. I can't even. No, I'm not even going into that. What was the next?
I don't know which one was worse. I don't know which one was worse, the Tour de France Force or you going manger.
Oh my God.
All right, so
Passion of the Christ.
Then we have
Electric Boogaloo.
Then there was Punk's match.
Yes.
Which everybody's like, it's going to go an hour. They're going to go.
That's what I said in the chat. I said this bitch is about to go till 10, and they're gonna do the fucking 6-man on Friday.
He did say that, ladies and gentlemen, and it did not happen. To the shock of many people, and this is like the talk of the town now. Is what happened?
I don't know what happened. All I know is that Punk fucking went to go throw a kick. Everyone's complaining on the internet that he grabbed the wrong foot. But to people who have never thrown a kick in your life, you put all of your weight down on one foot to throw that kick. Mm-hmm. And he put all the weight down on his injured foot. So when he fell over, he was grabbing the right fucking foot. And if this was a whole play, like, if Punk is really 100%, like he says he is, this is a great piece of work. Like Punk, maybe he got too cocky. He came back too early. He got in the ring with probably the most violent man in wrestling that is in AEW. And he got his ass whooped in under 3 minutes.
Oh, and it was a certified mugging. That was not like, oh, he hit a couple of things. No, Moxley went in there, threw the elbows, hit 2 Death Riders of all things. Didn't even pin him after the first one.
No, he walked around, did his whole little "I'ma talk shit" while you're laying there fucking dead, making your snow angels.
That Russ hates his reformed alcoholic wobble.
On a second watch, I loved it. I don't know what's going to happen in 10 days at All Out. So guess what? I have to tune in next fucking Wednesday to find out what the fucking match is going to be. Rumors are...
What?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Rumors circulating they're doing the rematch. They're going to do Punk and Moxley again, which, in my opinion, don't do that shit till Full Gear. Don't. I don't care if Moxley's got to wrestle Johnny Shit Knuckles on the card. Do not have him face Punk again.
The only savior for it is if somebody stops Punk before he gets to the ring.
You know,
I'm in agreement with you, Reed. I don't think we're finding out. I think
there is a casino ladder match. We have no idea who's going to be in it. We probably won't know until next week. I imagine Ray Phoenix is going to be in there because he got eliminated. I imagine you'll have a couple people that were eliminated from the Threes tournament. L'Chaim. Fuck, the mango flavor sucks. But I genuinely don't know what's going to happen next week, and that's fun. That's kind of fun. I know everyone's looking at it like different ways where it's just like, this sucks, or like, this is the greatest thing that ever happened. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm normally the guy who fucking knows everything that's going to happen, but I don't know fucking shit right now.
That's the last real holdout of like what's going to happen, because we can by process of elimination we can kind of predict what's going to happen in the trios tournament. However, I will say next week, if they want to play up the Kenny's not 100% card and Aussie Open wins, I'm not fucking mad at it.
Then what do you do with Kenny and the Bucks for the pay-per-view? You're not going to have a pay-per-view without one of them on it.
That's the thing. I don't know. I still think they rushed that. I'm so torn because the booking has been questionable at the very least, if not downright atrocious from Tony's end. And the pacing. However, some of the stuff I'm like, I love seeing Kenny back, but is it a good time to bring him back? And then the Punk stuff, I'm like, I'm excited because I want to know what's going to happen next with Mox. But at the same time, I'm like, we had it sitting right in front of us. And you had the perfect opportunity, if you were going to close the deal to get MJF, to bring him back, if everything's a work or whatever it is. You had those opportunities, and now those opportunities are gone by the wayside. So I'm lost.
You know what's not lost on me, though? Segue. It's not lost on me that we started this shit a year ago, and we just had a big episode. It was episode 50. It was our big quiz show. You all showed up in droves, and you were all fucking amazing, and we love you to death for it. Thank you. You guys make everything happen. Our next big show is our 1-year anniversary show, which will be on September 5th. It'll be our 1-year anniversary show because we started our podcast. The first episode we ever did was All Out. So we're going to have our 1-year anniversary show where you will be able to see what you guys made happen, where you will be able to see Ethan Alabaster Hubbard go through a table. Unfortunately, Trevor will not be the one putting him through the table now because he quit. So Tony is going to be doing the honors. It'll be me, Tony, and hopefully a luchador, Kevin, putting him through a table. If not, we'll get Joey.
Yeah, we can find somebody.
Well, your wife would love to put you through a table.
The good thing is we have a fantasy football draft that day, so there's plenty of people here. There'll be plenty of people here. Which, by the way, it's settled.
because people on Twitter were counting down, so they just decided to throw it in there, I guess.
Yeah.
Just to remind you, pre-cuts are cheap. I don't know what that means, but okay. And yeah, we can't wait either. I'm super pumped.
He's saying pre-cut tables.
Oh, yeah. We're not. No, he's going through a legit table. We're gonna make him hurt.
Yeah, I went out.
You guys you guys got us to 20 subs. That's worthy of a real table.
I went to Home Depot, and I'm like, get me a butcher block. I like it. I'll say like an oak color, and paid $300 get an oak one. Just got 2 stands, and that's the table.
Hi, everybody. My back is going to be in shatters.
We can always do the backyard wrestling days where we just put a piece of drywall on 2 igloo coolers. That's the plan. That's the plan. I'm hoping to look for a new co-host the next day.
You know the shitty part about this is I'm gonna humble brag on this. Currently, because I think I'm the only one watching on YouTube, which means Zapzard's not on there. I am the only trained person here to go through this shit. And I'm willing to put my body on the line for the entertainment of all of these fine people currently in our chat. And I do that because I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that watches this, whether you're here with us now or you watched at a later time. We appreciate you. And that's why I'm going to go through the table.
And I appreciate you letting us live out a fantasy of all of ours, a wet dream, if you will, of hurting you.
Yeah, well, I've seen you break your foot by kicking a coffee table about 3 times so far. So that's kind of like, equivalent. Clint's foot's never met a coffee table he hasn't want to get a fight with. Tony's coffee table in his living room is...
You're gonna hurt. You're gonna hurt so fuck. Tony might let you go. Tony might just give you the Kevin Nash treatment and just let you fall. It's a shield bomb, motherfucker. You got one arm that's gonna be pushing you all the way to the fucking earth.
J-Fam, you know who I would love to see that happen with? Takeshita.
Yes, even though he's DDT and not New Japan.
I know, but it's Takeshita. I want Takeshita to be somewhere involved in that. I actually think, who's going to come over from New Japan to win that?
Kota Ibushi.
He's not even in New Japan anymore.
Ishii.
No,
a returning Shibata.
No.
Okay, so let's see. The guy that shouldn't be climbing, the guy that isn't going to climb a ladder in Ishii. The guy that shouldn't be anywhere above ground level in Shibata because of a slight breeze and he's going to end up with a fucking head injury. Kota Ibushi, the other guy who hates the company. Yeah, no.
There was a 4th name I said. I said Naito. The man with no neck.
The man with no knees.
No neck, no knees. Did you know that his bones are made of noodles?
He's essentially, you know what he is? He's Cotton Hill in New Japan. No neck, no knees.
Every day,
she's blown off now.
Every day I don't make the 30-minute drive to your house and just rock your shit after a podcast is me knowing I'm growing as a person.
Tony, in the nearly fucking in the 16 years that we've known each other, 17 years that we've known each other, how many times have you wanted to punch me legitimately? It's got to be like upwards of 15.
It's a list of it's a fucking list longer than Jericho's.
No, in reality, it's like 3.
Ooh, because we did fight once at John's. We did box once, and Tony almost killed me. So
I would love to see some GCW people in there, like Nick Cage in a fucking ladder match.
Nah, I'm out. AJ. Ooh, you know what? You know who's another person I don't want to see in a fucking ladder match again? AJ Gray.
No, he said he's done.
He's done with ladder matches. He retired from ladder matches. I would like to see AJ Gray on AEW though.
That'd be cool.
David Arquette.
But let's talk about the best thing that happened in wrestling this week. It didn't happen in AEW. That's for cocksucking sure. That was on Monday Night Raw at
Show
the
me the
10
way,
p.m.
Clinton.
hour.
Show me the way.
Oh my God. Johnny Gargano's back. Life is perfect. I love him so fucking much. I'm so glad. It's been 9 months since we've been graced with Johnny Gargano on our TVs. And I had some people over on Monday, and Ethan texted me going, "What is going on?" So I flipped on Raw to find Johnny Gargano standing in the middle of a wrestling ring, and I nutted in front of all my friends.
It's a
Who ate the
common
biscuit?
occurrence.
He is in really good shape. However, he can't jump off a fucking ladder. That was painful to watch. That whole fucking pay-per-view was painful to watch.
That pay-per-view might be the worst pay-per-view to ever emanate from the fucking ballroom.
That's definitely the worst pay-per-view we've ever spent money on.
Yeah.
Oh,
especially
wait.
considering the pre-show was better than that. It was only $20 though.
The
so,
Grim Reaper. I made a fan for life. Motherfucker lit a joint on the top rope, did a fucking somersault to the outside, landed on his feet, and continued to smoke.
Hey, you know what though? I basically paid $20 to watch Blake Christian, so I'm all right with that.
I don't love him. I think he's a good professional wrestler inside the ring of GCW. But the Grim Reaper is my favorite so far this year. Like, he's my favorite new discovery.
I'd like to clarify that if we're talking about this just because this kind of brings it up on here. So like if I say that I love somebody, generally speaking, I'm talking about their body of work in the ring, not as a person. Now, however, some people that we have met previously, Cole Cabana is one of the coolest fucking dudes ever.
Mm-hmm. Adam Cole is
yeah.
a delight.
So Clint and I have this really cool story that we got to share because nobody else was around for it. There was a, I guess handicap is the correct terminology for it. I'm not sure. Anyway, there was a young man in a wheelchair that was at the Ring of Honor
handicapable.
New Japan event, and he was trying to come through the line, and there was just a lack of movement for certain people, and he wanted to meet like two people in the line, and the line was wrapped up for the Young Bucks, and he wanted to get to people that were being blocked. Colt Cabana made it his personal mission to make sure that this dude got to meet every single person that was signing something. He made sure that this guy met all of them and got something signed. And I'm pretty sure he paid for all of it. We're talking to Adam Cole, and Cole comes by and he goes, "Hey guys, hold on. Can you guys step out of the way?" So we did. And he was like, boom, 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 boom. So you know what, to me, that's hands down. I understand why the locker room is behind him.
I get it too. I think the fact that Punk showed up in AEW and we haven't seen Colt Cabana at all is a shame, especially because him and the Dark Order were adorable together.
Hold on, Clint. You could meet a hero. You could meet a hero.
I would love to meet Reefer. I would love to smoke weed with him because I smoked weed with Darren McCarty, and that was the coolest fucking moment of my life.
What was cool, Wesley or Darren McCarty?
Darren McCarty, because there wasn't a Hitler guy.
Was it his weed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
I walked up to that motherfucker at the wrestling event Tony and I went to, and I was just like, "Man, I did a fucking report on you in school and shit." And he looked like, "Did you get good grades on it?" I was like, "Well, I got a B, but to be fair, I was a D student." If he's spending the money and wasting his own weed, I don't care. That's your money. Like, people who like fucking spill half their beers on a shotgun doesn't offend me. I didn't pay for it.
So actually, you bring up a good point. So when you smoked weed with Darren McCarty, you two were at a wrestling show, and that was put on by what promotion?
FU Wrestling.
So it stands for Us Wrestling, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that it? So,
one of their fucking titles is a chain. It's a fucking big ass chain.
Oh my god, it was dope too.
Blake and Mongo put on a fucking banger to open up a fucking show in a bar in the middle of fucking nowhere.
So this is actually something kind of cool because in October,
this was like 2 weeks ago.
So in October, we're gonna be at their next show. It's October 28th.
Now we're officially doing a meetup. We don't know what else we're doing
Yes.
because I like it's whatever, but we will be there.
Yep.
It's gonna be me, E, Tony, Trevor will be there. We're gonna have a bunch of us there. We're just gonna have a big ass party and just fill up that ringside for them because the show was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Especially live stream. If they let us, I will totally live stream the whole thing.
Yeah, that could be interesting. We could say, well, it's a developing situation, is what it is. But anyway, it's pretty cool. Check them out. I believe it's at FU Wrestling on Instagram. They have the whole thing up, and Clint's probably going to work on bringing up the flyer right now.
I'm actually going to bring up a video from when Tony and I went. Let me see here. There it is. Yep, download that.
Well, they have the new promotion thing up.
Mm-hmm. No, because you go ahead and keep talking. And
so it's in if you guys are in the Southeast Michigan area, it is in it's going to be taking place at Renegades in is that Westland or Garden City?
What border?
Yeah,
like
it's literally
wrong either way.
Yeah, it's on Ford Road, Westland / Garden City. It's one of those two. They're literally like a block from each other. It's right on the line of that. You at first sight, the bar is not much, but it's actually a decent place. So once again, that's October 28th, right before Halloween. They are doing a costume contest, and we're trying to get super involved in a lot of this stuff. So that'd be great. But we will keep everybody updated on what happens with that. I just know that Tony and Clint had a blast of a time there. And the last time they were there, Connor from the Ascension was there as well.
I fucking made that dude brick on the apron. He was playing big old mean scary man. And I go like, that's the hardest part of the ring. And he just turned at me and looked and was like, you're a smart motherfucker, aren't you? But here's me and Darren McCarty. That was a lot of fun meeting my childhood hero. The main inspiration for my NHL character, which is just someone who hits and scores goals.
I feel like he wanted to slap the shit out of you for wearing a Boston Bruins hat, though.
Maybe if the wings weren't trash. But here's a little clip from For Us Wrestling when they wrestled at Renegades.
Whoa, careful with that tree, guys. It's a frail tree. Get your ass down. You know what? Props for the tabletop jump, because those tables could have been wet, and that was a ballsy move.
Oh, they were, because they were just spilling water and beer all over it.
Leave it to LT to be the dad of the chat going like, someone needs to get a level on those things because they definitely ain't level. I know this is a bar, but there are safety precautions that we need to worry about.
No, and they wouldn't give you menus because everybody knows apparently they've got like bomb food too.
Their food was pretty bomb. I was pretty drunk when I was there. Oh my God. Let me talk about this, dude, because we're just going to talk about this because I don't think Tony and I got the chance to rave about that show there. Fucking one of the wrestlers, his name was Mark. Can't remember his last name. He took 4 minutes to come out to the ring because he came out to Phil Collins in the air tonight and refused to come through the curtain until the drum solo started, which, one, I've never respected a man more in my life. And two, I'd really like to give the props to one of the wrestlers there, Jeremiah Goldane, because he was just the coolest fucking guy. Walked back, someone was bitching about Phil Collins playing, and then him and I just started yelling at this guy, calling him the GOAT. We high-fived. Him and I smoked weed outside. It was pretty fucking cool. I love that dude. But this dude Mark was fighting over in like towards the bar area, slipped and fell on the fucking on some beer, crawled over to in front of me and Tony, where he asked one of his people for a dab pen, hit that shit, and then blew the smoke in someone's face. Those bar fucking events are so much fun. Indie wrestling is so much more fun to go to than these big staged events. You get to hang out with the wrestlers, talk shit with them, drink beer. It's more fun. I think my bar tab, I bought you and I around, bought food, bought around for wrestlers. I only spent $35.
Yeah. And just the characters that they have in there, because they do have comedy characters. And the
Hit me with
match
it.
was the Goose versus Tiger.
I've got a video of that too.
Oh my God. It was 6-star.
Oh, it was Tony's favorite match of the night. As for did I see Darren get skewered? I have no idea. He got hit a lot. He was a hockey player. Go ahead, Tony.
But the only thing the guy said is Tiger. That's it.
They sold you a ticket anytime that dude is on the show.
Oh my God. It was just
I think he's in the main.
fantastic.
He's in the co-main. He's in the co-main of every show that they do, from what I'm to understand. But if anyone wants to see what we're talking about, here you go, Tony. It was the dumbest shit I've ever fucking seen in my life.
But the Goose had a guy running around the ring with a goose head on a stick, just running around.
Tiger went for 2 clotheslines, and this motherfucker's in the ring screaming, "Duck! Duck!" and then hits a clothesline and goes, "Goose!" His comedy in wrestling is so great. It's so underappreciated, and I fucking love it. You see, when people like you are saying what the actual fuck at the end of it, I love it. It's so much fun. So, yeah, wow. Wow is what you should be saying. No channel points have been used. Why am I still here not feeling super fucked up?
Because I'm saving them up for 20,000. I want to know what happens. And I'm close.
Ethan, I'll just make you a VIP. You run the fucking podcast with me.
I know, but I like to earn it.
You've been on 51 fucking episodes. Thank you, J-Fam. My boy. Oh,
son of a bitch. I'm just gonna go. Tony, tell me when to stop.
1, 2, what comes after 2? 2, 3. There you go.
2.
Is that pasty, bitch? Exactly. Taylor's trying to save him.
Yep, I'm saving them.
I'm all shook. I'm all shook up.
There's 5. To the moon with my white ass.
L'Haim.
So,
oh god damn it! It's the consequences to my own actions.
So
you see, this is the part of the content.
We're on Positivity Row, guys. Let's just keep this rolling. Johnny Gargano was on television, but you know who else was on television? One of my favorite wrestlers of the last 3 years. Dexter Loomis.
Index came back with the biggest pop in NXT 2.0 history. Oh my god!
Index back. We are getting most of the way back. I am
okay. You know what? This is what I want to see here. I've already fantasy booked this at Clash at the Castle. It's Johnny Gargano versus Austin Theory, and he hits Austin Theory with that slingshot DDT so fucking hard that it knocks him fucking loopy, and he thinks he's back in the way. So he just shows up. Johnny's in the locker room. He's just talking to Indy, who's making her debut on the main roster. And he goes like, "Hey, sis, how's it going?" Gives her a hug. He's like, "What's up, Dad? High five me." And he acts like nothing of the past year has fucking happened.
Can this be for the briefcase? Can Johnny hold the Money in the Bank after that?
No, because I don't want to see Johnny lose. So I'm okay with Theory holding the briefcase, knowing he's probably
just confused as to why he has it.
Yes, let him be confused. He's like, "Why do I fucking have this?"
Yeah, go for it. Amnesia.
Have him go full R-Truth. Have him have him fucking cash it in on the 24/7 title.
Oh my god!
And then retire the fucking belt, because that's been the best thing about Raw is there has been little to no mention of that fucking belt existing.
You know what though?
Thank you very much for the bits. We love you. Thank you.
If they're gonna use it on the house shows like they have been using it, I'm okay with that. If you want to relegate that title purely to house shows to give a little comedy break and stuff, that's cool. But use it like when they first did it, golf courses.
What day was it? Tony, was it the 12th or the 5th? I think it was the 12th.
Yeah, I believe so.
It was the 12th we went. It was at Renegade's Bar in Westland or Garden City, Michigan.
I think it's Westland.
Do it at an airport, golf course, whatever it was. Do the internet bits. I
agree.
That they were going on. That's where that belt needs to be at, and that's where that belt needs to stay at. But man, dude, like, okay, so I looked over I side by sided everything. I did Raw next to Dynamite, and I went, okay, if I was more than a casual fan but not a hardcore viewer, I would say, like, just, you know, with knowledge, Raw looks like such a better show to me, other than it being 3 hours. Like, that's my biggest drawback to Raw right now. But I watched Raw this week, and it didn't fucking feel like 3 hours. It did not feel like 3 hours.
Triple H knows how to book a fucking show.
And I think there's two things that happen on this show outside of Johnny Gargano and Dexter Lumis that I looked at and went, that's what I wanted. And one of them was something I didn't know I wanted until it happened, and that was Io Sky and Dakota Kai winning.
Yeah, that was great.
Good match for all four people involved.
Yes, all four people involved were great. Raw did not drag at all. The return of Gargano was great. Edge versus Priest was phenomenal booking. I loved that match. That was probably my favorite match of this week. If I'm being real with anyone, like, that's it. Like, Priest versus Edge. Raw had the better show this week, and it shows because Raw is getting back up into the 2 millions.
Oh, yeah.
Dynamite's consistently bringing in 1 million, which is great. It's a Wednesday night. You're about to go up against a whole fucking slew of sports to the point where you're going to have to move nights sometimes. We're going to see Dynamite on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays in the next couple months, which we're going to see the return of the Tuesday Night Wars when NXT goes up against AEW. AEW will win. It's not a big secret. 2.0 is rebuilding, but it's still not great.
I believe that's October 18th is that day.
Mm-hmm. And that'll be a fucking fun show to talk about.
Yep.
Because it's going to be like the old days of Wednesday. I'm going to have fucking Dynamite on my TV and fucking NXT on my tablet right next to me.
I've been watching NXT 2.0. It's not awful. Like, I don't have to worry about there's a couple of good things that happen on Heatwave that I'd like to talk about. I don't have to worry about some character showing up and having a random new character change. Like, that's a nice thing about NXT 2.0 right now. But you could definitely tell that they're trying to go back to a traditional way that they were using characters under Black and Gold, which is nice. However, there's one guy that's going to come up to the main roster, and spoiler alert, it's Santos Escobar, and the main roster needs him. It's going to be great.
I think he should go to SmackDown. I do too. Legado del Fantasma needs to go to SmackDown.
Yes, but they needed a tag team, and he's going to be a guy that's going to bring a tag team up there.
I promise it happened because we went there specifically to see our favorite wrestler, AVZ. Yep, and we are going to continue to go support him because the shows that he's putting on are great. I love AVZ. He's my indie darling of the year. And
No, go ahead.
Alex Van Zant. Alex Van Zant.
You got your picture with him?
I can get that photo. Give me 1 second.
So I'm going to keep talking about Raw while that's going on. Dolph Ziggler lost to Finn Balor in a very good match for Dolph Ziggler. I didn't think this was Finn Balor's best match. However, I think Dolph Ziggler had a great showing for somebody who really needs it. There you go.
The Starbucks superstar, AVZ. I'm so impressed with him. It was not too long ago that he was showing up to Tony's place to hang out with me and him to watch an NXT event. And now we're going to see him wrestle. And that's just, it's very like getting to do this podcast and now getting to go out and actually see these events and shit like that and interact with these people and talk to them. It's great. But seeing your friends fucking succeed in something that you love and admire is a feeling that I can't describe. The happiest I've been all year was the bell time, from the curtain to bell time of AVZ being in the ring, because he's been a friend of mine for years and I've been wanting to see him. I haven't got the chance to. I finally did. And it was just beautiful to see how great of a worker and character he is. Sorry, continue.
No, you're fine. That's fine. But yeah, great match for Dolph Ziggler, and then one that I think Tony is going to be happy about. Kevin Owens walked out in his NXT gear. Yeah. Oh yeah. The duct tape KO shirt, the fight Steen, the fight Owens fight shorts. Yes.
You almost said Steen.
I know. But let's put it this way. He came out and he cleaned fucking house. Prize fighter, NXT, ruthless KO is back, and he's beelining for that title.
It's a beautiful thing.
They've got storylines in place. I don't know if it's going to be the main title, but I feel like him and Bobby Lashley are on a collision course here soon, for at least the US title. Because I think they're going to have a good program out of that. If for some reason, I'm long-term booking on this. For some reason, if Cody is unable to participate in the Royal Rumble, Kevin Owens is winning.
Yeah, I'll raise you it's Lashley's ear. If it's not Cody's, it's Lashley's.
Okay. I'm not upset about it. I think his most recent work has been his best.
You know, I love Owens. I love Owens so much. He's one of my favorite wrestlers on WWE. Owens needs the US title. Not so much that Owens needs it, but the US title needs Owens. Owens needs to win that belt off of Lashley. You know what? I want to wait till after fucking Survivor Series because I have a big fucking boner for Bobby Lashley versus Gunther. But get Owens to win that belt after that. Even Gunther and Owens would be good, but I think Lashley and Gunther would be better.
I don't know, man.
Like either way, great match, but I feel like we can see Owens and Gunther like later down the line. I feel like right now is the perfect time for Lashley and Gunther to go at it. After that, you know, like could even be the Raw after Survivor Series. Kevin Owens wins the U.S. title. He needs to go on the most dominant fucking run with the U.S. title that you've never fucking seen. I want to see him like squashing people like Ziggler in 3 minutes, in theory, and all these fucking like mid-card gatekeepers. And then have Braun Breaker beat Kevin Owens for the U.S. title at Mania.
Okay.
Because you're going to have to bring Braun Breaker up to the main roster in a big way.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he's losing the unification match. I think Tyler Bate's going to be the NXT champion.
Ooh, that's a spicy one.
That's a smarter move. Braun Breaker would do much better on the main roster. He's more of a main roster guy. NXT is for more of the workhorses, and there's no better workhorse on the NXT roster or banner than Tyler Bate.
That's a spicy move right there. Because I don't feel like there's a spot for Breaker yet, but it will be there. I think Breaker's time comes when he has a big showing in the Rumble, doesn't win it, but I'm thinking he's going to have a 6 or 7 elimination turn in the Rumble.
That's what I'm saying. So you bring him up for the Rumble after he loses the belt, he gets his rematch. comes up during the Rumble, has a great showing. Let him eliminate Owens. Because you should be building your WrestleMania matches from the Rumble. Because remember the good old days where like Orton and fucking Foley eliminated himself and Orton to build towards their fucking WrestleMania and Backlash match.
WrestleMania starts the road, or Rumble starts the road to WrestleMania. You have Rumble, you have one pay-per-view, and then you have WrestleMania. That's how it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And that one pay-per-view is essentially a setup to determine whatever stuff is going on after that.
And in my opinion, if Roman is still holding both belts by that time, I don't think he should. I think he should at least drop the WWE title. Let him hold the Universal. Let him keep that streak going. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if he's going to hold both belts, one of the Rumble winners gets to choose. The Rumble winner gets to choose which title he challenges for on night one. On night two, he's the main event, and then night one, you have Roman defend the Universal title against whoever wins at Elimination Chamber. And we're booking fucking months down the line. This is months and months. We're in fucking August.
Dude, hold on. Can we pause for a second? We're booking WWE events months down the line. We are booking WWE events months down the line. We're giving more than a passing thought to a product that we wrote off because of what it was, based upon 4 weeks worth of decisions from somebody that we trust to run a wrestling show. I think that is fucking amazing. And I'm so happy that we can have more than just the 2 hours of Dynamite and part of Rampage to talk about. Because let's be honest, Rampage is never fully there's been like 3 good full hours of Rampage. I'll say it. No, I'm so excited for this.
You're absolutely right. Because you know what's going to happen next week when we show up on Thursday? We're not just going to do all-out predictions. We're going to be doing Clash at the Castle predictions as well.
Yes.
Dude,
I'm willing to throw in...
Okay, look at... Of all the fucking Cody matches I want Cody and Orton so fucking bad. I want that more than I want Cody versus anyone on the main roster. That match makes so much fucking sense, and it's so perfect. I don't give a fuck if they're fighting for a belt or whatever. I want to see Cody and Orton happen at fucking Mania.
J-Fam, stop. I can only get so erect.
Thank you, J-Fam. By the way, I talked to your brother the other day. I love you both. Thank you so much. You guys are both great.
J-Fam for showing up on the Jorda of the North quiz, which you can find on Jorda of the North's previous videos, by the way.
Yeah, you can also find it on our YouTube page. It's the last video we did before this one. So, and you know what? I had a fucking blast. And me and Jord talked earlier today. It's going to be a monthly thing. We had his audience vote on the next topic. And hey, he was just like, fuck it. We're going to do random trivia. So it's going to be random fucking bullshit. And I already have a new round
to win.
I have a new round written. I already did.
Tony knows this. Tony knows random trivia is my fucking go-to.
Spoiler alert to anyone watching, there will be no Endgame World War III type round in this one.
That's fine. It's nifty. Tony, are you gonna play in this?
I don't know.
Thank you, buddy.
When would it be?
And thank you, Taylor. I worked semi-hard on it. The 8-bit orchestra will make a debut on the Four-Post Massacre.
I love 8-bit orchestra. That was my favorite round that you wrote for that entire thing, by the way.
It was mine too. I had so much fun with it.
Oh,
finding an 8-bit version of Phil Collins' "You'll Be in My Heart" was.
Tony will definitely let you know when it is. Obviously. Yeah,
I love seeing all the people with our fucking icons next to the name, which means they're all subbing. Which I appreciate everyone as I wish I could cut that video that quick to show Stitch, because that was my favorite fucking thing of that whole show.
Dude, okay, so the best part about that, J-Fam, is that we the rest of us guessed Disney characters that we were like, yeah, that could be it. That's a legitimate thing that it could be. Somebody was like, oh, is it Pua from Moana? And I'm like, is it Pumbaa from The Lion King? And they're like, no, it's Stitch. And we're like, and J-Fam's like, I shouldn't have drawn the body.
Oh, well, Ethan's frozen. You can blindfold him with a piece of hair. No, but I had a lot of fun doing that. the feedback I get from the quiz shows is very heartwarming and overwhelming at times, and thank you all very much. So yeah, it's going to be a monthly thing. It's going to be a monthly thing. We're going to work with Jordan of the North. We're going to do a podcast. He's going to be defending the title because he is a fighting champion. Moving on. I seriously thought it was Puma too. Yeah. I knew who it was. I would have guessed Puma. But
when he was a young warthog.
we got to talk about something Lion King related after we go off the air because it's not something I can say on the air. Okay, so never mind. We don't have to talk. So for if you know, Simba.
Yeah.
Wow. Way to make the room quiet. Arrowhead. Oh, you son of a bitch. I'm out of edibles. Give me 1 second. Life's hard.
You're welcome.
Life's so fucking hard.
I'm going to get yelled at. My wife's going to look at the account and she's going to be like, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that twice? I bought one for George's stream and I bought one for ours. This is George's our boy. Our debonair, he's not a debutante. What the fuck is he? He's somebody across the pond. Hey Tony. Yep. So when you and I were talking the other day, I want to bring this up to the group.
Dude, I fucking go away for 2 minutes and you can't hold the fucking audience?
What? The audience is there.
Here. There you go for the sub. I don't have any edibles, so here's a shot and some Burners.
That's cheers. Hey, so Tony and I were talking, everybody that's in here, Tony and I were talking, would you guys be interested if we did a review of an old episode? But here's the thing. We're either going to do specifically the day that the show airs that week, or we're going to do fucking random. We're going to put wheels up, we're going to spin them, and then Tony and I are going to review an episode. Do you have an interest in that? If you do, let us know, because we would love to do it, especially if a pay-per-view lands on that day, because Tony loves watching old pay-per-views.
Oh my God. It's how I go to bed. It's just power through one of every pay-per-view. I'm almost done with the Rumbles. Right now, I'm at the one, John Cena was the 30th entrant because he came back from injury.
An MSG.
Yep. Oh my God, I love it.
I'll let everyone know a spoiler alert. When we get to January, the quiz show is definitely going to be Royal Rumble themed.
I'm winning that fucking quiz show.
The Rumble is my favorite pay-per-view.
Tony and I are going to fight Russ. We're going to fly to Pennsylvania and fight
I genuinely
Russ.
Can't wait to fight you. I'm so pumped for Russ's quiz. I'm watching cage matches to restudy up on obscure shit.
Oh, God.
But also, thank you for donating a sub to 00 Ryan. 00 Ryan's my boy. We used to work with LT. I have stories about everyone that subs. We used to work at GameStop with LT, and he got mad at us because we said, let us just do the fusion dance in the back room. We'll morph into one entity. And he was like, that's just going to cause HR paperwork with me, and I just don't want to deal with it.
So at some point, the only problem that we're going to run into, Tony, is that they're going to want us to watch December to Dismember. And I'm going to have to bring Clint in for that one because I can't watch that fucking pay-per-view.
I love that pay-per-view. It's so bad. I love bad wrestling.
I love the worst pay-per-views are the best to watch. Afterwards.
But I will let you guys know I have started writing the next wrestling quiz for after we get done with Russ's, because Russ's is going to be a one-off, I assume. The next wrestling quiz is Dark Side of the Ring.
Ooh! Oh my goodness, that's a fantastic topic.
There's 3 seasons. And let me tell you, if you haven't watched Dark Side of the Ring, you're missing out. The new Jack episode of Dark Side of the Ring is one of the best pieces of television I have ever fucking seen.
I'm excited. I don't think I'm going to do well, but I'm going to have to go back and watch. There's only one episode of Dark Side of the Ring that I can't watch, and it's because I know too much about it already.
Is it the Owen Hart one?
No, it's the Chris Benoit one. Actually, the Owen Hart one is done. While it's such a sad thing, it's probably their best done episode, in my opinion.
Yeah.
honestly, Bruiser Brody's
Brody,
episode,
Brody,
I can't.
Brody's.
The second that what is it? Ahmed Johnson starts talking, I'm bawling. Like I cried for 45 fucking
Ahmed Johnson
minutes.
or Tony Atlas? Are you
Tony
talking
Atlas?
Tony
Thank
Atlas?
you, Tony Atlas. Sorry, Tony Atlas is a G
Yeah.
and deserves all the respect in the world. That episode was like the roughest to get through because I knew about the Benoit shit, and yeah, watching Daniel Benoit talk about stuff was really rough. Which I feel bad for him because he just wants to wrestle. He just wants to wrestle under the name Junior, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's a fucking name. I understand the baggage that it might come with, but
can I be honest with you? I think he should wrestle under Pegasus Kid Jr.
That would be awesome. Just get the
I
fucking
think
Pegasus mask and everything.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool. But yeah, Dark Side of the Ring. You want to know why? Because we're all historians. Some of us are Christorians.
Fuck you. Fuck you. 60, I have spent 66 goddamn episodes watching fucking Chris Chan shit.
If one of these days,
fucking episodes,
these days, we'll get Kevin in a luchador mask and we'll do a 2-hour episode just based off Chris Chan. That'll be subscriber only because there's no way we can get away with saying half the shit about this that we can on a normal podcast. It'll be a recorded one, heavily edited.
Oh my God.
But we'll do it because we have all, like, at least 2 of us sitting in this chat have watched the 66 episodes of the Chris Chan documentary.
So I did something that I was like, so this is tossing around while we're on this like new stuff because we're talking about this. We're
in the After Dark situation. There's not going to be much wrestling talk. It's just bullshit talk.
Well, no, this is wrestling, but like what we want to talk about is so coming up on a year. Clint and I have talked about making some changes to the show, and this is actually a change that was recommended by the dude below us. We wanted to do this day. I want to do this day in wrestling. I think Tony wants to do it as well. It's going to be a nice little short 30-second clip. My question is, do you guys want this here? Or do you want this on TikTok? I'm going to do it now because today is actually a really important day in wrestling. 825, back in 825, or back in 2002 on 825, Brock Lesnar became the youngest WWE champion ever until Randy Orton broke it 3 years later. It was 2005, wasn't it?
He's still the youngest WWE champion because Randy Orton was a world heavyweight champion.
Okay. So, yeah. So, he became the youngest WWE champion. The other thing that's cool about that, because if anybody knows, but I know all 3 of us know, that was SummerSlam 2002. And SummerSlam 2002 is one of the best pay-per-views ever.
It's definitely top 10.
It is also where Shawn Michaels made his in-ring return from his very damaging back injury that most people thought he wasn't going to return again. Also, that's where the Dutch boy haircut came back.
Also, exactly 20 years ago, that was Rey Mysterio's debut match in the WWE against Kurt Angle, and in my opinion, stands the test of time as a top 5 opening match on pay-per-view.
I agree.
And I think that set the standard for you need to open up your pay-per-view with a match as good as this or not at all.
Yep. No, that was, I mean, there's so many good things to talk about SummerSlam 2002. We could be here all day to talk about it.
Undertaker versus Test was a hoss match, and I fucking love Test. You're not going to find many people being testicles, but I'm one of them.
I don't have anything. Well, yeah, but you and I both love
the best big
Jesus
boot
Christ.
in the business that the world has ever seen. The only person that should be doing a big boot anymore is Rhea Ripley. Fight me. Her finisher shouldn't be the fucking pump handle bomb that she does the fucking sex pin with. It should be. You'd have
to hold me back from getting my ass kicked.
I'd be diving in it like fucking Sami Zayn would dived in front of the Claymore kick earlier. I'd be running in. No one in the world would get hit. Security couldn't fucking stop me.
Absolutely going to have to fucking stop. Just, I can't even. Oh my God.
2 things you're not going to keep security from stopping me on. Rhea Ripley booting me in the face and Maki Ito asking if there's a person who wants to be your boyfriend.
Oh, there's also an Edge and Eddie Guerrero. Or no,
that was Edge and Eddie.
Was it Edge and Eddie on that one?
Yeah, that was Edge and Eddie.
So anyway, the other couple of things I wanted to touch on, because I don't have birthdays, because my dumbass wrote this for yesterday, which would have been the birthday of a serial abuser and then Rocky Johnson. So in 1991, on this day, Sting defeated stunning Steve Austin for the United States Championship after Lex Luger relinquished the title so he could go after the WCW Championship. I believe it was Lex Luger that did that originally.
But today is a birthday.
Oh, really? Whose birthday is it?
The Demon, Finn Balor, was born on this day. Also born on this day, Pitbull number 2 in 1967.
Oh my God! From Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, Finn Balor.
And in 1997, on this day, Arn Anderson officially announced his retirement.
I love you, Dad.
Trevor doesn't love him. That caused Trevor to quit.
Holy shit! Oh my God! I still think though that Tony still loves Trish Stratus after she showed up on TV this week.
I'm just gonna quote this website. Thank you very much, tjrwrestling.net. They actually have a This Day in Wrestling page.
Oh.
In 1999, at WWF Fully Loaded, a new North American wrestling record was set with the first 4 matches of the pay-per-view all saw title changes. This saw Jeff Jarrett defeat Edge for the Intercontinental. The Acolytes beat the Hardy Boys and Michael Hayes in a handicap match for the tag titles. D'Lo Brown defeated Midian for the European title, and the Big Boss Man won the hardcore title from Al Snow.
Wow. Okay.
And also, like you said, 2002 was SummerSlam 2002, notably one of the best pay-per-views of all time. You will not find a single person on this podcast who does not love Rhea Ripley.
No.
I think
probably
it's
not.
Impossible.
Probably not in the chat. Most of us want her to do just absolutely horrible things to us because we're all for equality, and she can step on me anytime she wants. She doesn't even have to ask my wife.
Fucking LT.
That's because he doesn't know who she is. Put a picture of her up on screen and then see.
Do I have to? Do I have to Google her? Because then I'm fine.
Oh, God. What would do?
Turn safe search off.
You got to keep it on. You got to keep the safe search on.
Yeah, you got to keep the safe search on for this. We just need.
There's my God. So much ass.
Can you get a picture? Hold on. Can you get a picture of NXT signee Rhea Ripley and a picture of current Rhea Ripley? Because the difference is mind-boggling. Oh my God.
Yeah, actually, I have one right here. Give me 1 second.
We've talked about this before, Clint. You and I are not like we're not coming on here to simp over women wrestlers. However, when we're like, hey, do you mind stepping on me? Like that is when we're going to talk about it. Ooh, speaking of somebody I want to step on me, somebody's dating Madcap Moss and might be coming back to the WWE. One Miss Tennille Dashwood is a rumored candidate for a return to the WWE because she is now dating one Mr. Madcapery Moss.
Emma.
I cannot find this photo.
I hope she comes back. I hope she doesn't come back as Emma, though.
Oh my
God! I hope
God.
she doesn't either. Let her come back as Tennille.
If Vince was running,
she
would. But since it's Trips, she's coming back as
yes,
Tennille.
J-Fam. Yes, Mae Young classic Rhea. Holy cow! And Taylor's on it as well. She's mommy at this point. She is taken over. LT, imagine China, but prettier.
Well, I don't think this photo is going to do her justice, but this is old versus new. So that's Rhea Ripley. The left side is new. The right side is old.
I'm sorry. I went full Steven Seagal.
You went up full Steven Seagal last week too. You give me shit for having Forrest Whitaker eye and Sylvester Stallone lip, but fuck, you go Steven Seagal a lot.
I got the choppy with the whirly birds. I'm gonna go. Oh my God.
LT, our wonderful mod. There's not a better mod in the fucking game. I love him so much. One of my best friends in this whole world.
Oh, G-Bus Criminy.
Relax, Brock Anderson.
Oh, are we gonna get that PGA fucking match going.
I'm fucking down. I'm down to do a PGA on a forklift stream.
Oh my god, I forgot she was the NXT. I forgot she was the NXT UK champion at one point.
The first NXT
Oh my
UK champion.
Goodness. Wow. Why am I like
About WrestleMania? What toilet thoughts about WrestleMania do you have? Because now we're just open up for general discussion because we're just having fun sitting here shooting the shit with you guys. Because we do genuinely believe we have the best fans in the world. We do. Our fans are few, but they are strong in numbers.
Beaverous? What is this hat?
Much like the fan behind Clinton.
No, that one's still oscillating though.
It is. It's still going.
So we did. So Roxina, yeah, Roxina 1 was okay. Roxina 2 was a hot sack of shit and should not have main evented. Yes, that is actually the hardest working fan in the business because
Clint, I sent you the perfect picture on Facebook that you can send because I wish I could.
Hold on, I gotta pick up my hopes and dreams again.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I just had to show how.
Shattered Dreams Productions brings you Clint's Oscillating Fan. 24 Karat Pictures would like to present you with Clint's Cat Bigfoot hoodie.
I thought I just did a big dick maneuver here and threw my fan on the ground to show how hard it worked, and it stopped oscillating.
Too quickly to the left, and it knocked it over.
Hey Tony, remember what you said at the diner? How jealous you were that I had this ability.
Shut the fuck up!
Hi everybody, I'll be signing autographs whenever you subscribe for 6 months. Fuck, do we have to send LT a shirt now?
LT, okay, so it's the first.
Well, I mean, he was getting a shirt anyway.
Hold on, so like the way the t-shirts are working, there's going to be the first print of them. 5 of them are going to the staff. So me, Tony, Ethan, Russ, and Samantha, who is our merchandising person who's going to help us edit all those new stickers and new designs we do. She's already got a new sticker in the works. God bless her. She's the best.
Do you want me to yell downstairs and see if she's okay with us sharing that?
No, because we're going to save it because we haven't even sent out the first run of stickers yet.
Okay. There is trust us, guys. This is an absolute
beautiful
artwork is what
he's on 7 months. And then the other 5 that we're going to, so the first 5 people to 6 months are going to get t-shirts that say first edition on the sleeve. For the first 5 people that make it to 6 months. And those ones you guys get LT, I'll drive yours over to you. But everyone else, if you make it to 6 months, I sent you the t-shirt. You just got to let me know what size you are. I'll order it. And then the first 5 people get first edition. And then, of course, for 20,000 channel points now, you can be a VIP, which I believe means you get 1.5 channel points. And, you can post other shit on the chat that other people can't, like links and shit. Ooh. I will absolutely bring you a 5-pack.
Yes, Reed, it is Bluey.
Bluey's great.
Because much like Johnny Gargano, we are a Bluey family. So Bandit is my G. Hammer Barn would be my store of choice if that was an option. And yes, all of the moms do want Lucky's dad. That is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You're a VIP in our hearts, LT.
You're a mod. Mod is higher than a VIP. VIPs can't ban people. You can. The Fall of Porcupine? Sure. I'll try out anything new. I'm pretty bored with games right now. You can't post links? Oh, I don't know why.
Nice.
Hey,
if you're trying to send nudes of China like you did, no, thank you.
Oh my God! Holy shit!
Dear Christ! Why would you do that,
Tony? Do you know this story?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, LT, you can post links. You see right there.
One time, LT and I were in a chat with Clint, and Clint's working. Holy shit!
No, we're not telling this story because I don't have LT here to say it's okay. We don't tell stories unless the person is here. We can say it's okay. No!
Yes! Fuck yes! He's gonna be a voice, everybody. LT is just a voice. It's a voiceless body.
I think you're misinterpreting what he means by incoming.
Am I? No, he's not. although he might.
He's the archive.
Oh, fuck. Tell it, I don't care. All right, so fucking Ethan, go ahead and tell the story.
Oh my god. So anyway, what happened was we were in this chat with Clint. LT and I were in this chat with Clint. And Clint was working. So he used to work retail, right? And he would have to show his phone to people because he was trying to sell the phone. He had the most up-to-date one. He worked in wireless. And LT and I were just literally sharing screenshots from one night in China with him. And Clint literally I thought he was gonna call off of work. I thought he was gonna call off of work and drive over to my house and snap my phone in. And I said, LT, call it off. And LT's like, too late, man. I already sent it. He must have sent, I don't know, 30 pictures through his thing. And Clint just sends us a message back like, I'm not happy. I might even have the, oh my, do I have the chat? I might still have the chat.
Oh my god. What the hell?
All right, so let me tell you why I was really pissed off. All right, because I used Facebook on my work computer because I'd be messaging people about sales, and then out of nowhere, I just get spammed with one night in China screenshots on my work computer. And I hit LT with the fuck you. I got everything I've wanted, and I'll never get that back. No, but fucking seriously, man, I'm fucking at work, and I'm just like, yo, both of you motherfuckers, I'm at work. I'm on my work computer. I'm not on my phone. And then LT's just like, oh, my bad. Ethan just told me to send you this shit, and I just went blindly.
Yeah, I got thrown under the bus for it, which is fine because I did, but...
Yeah, I was ready to drive to fucking Ethan's house and beat the shit out of him. And only him, because I couldn't. If I fought LT, you guys would never see me again.
Like, that's because LT is actually Eddie Kingston.
Hey, LT, I love you.
Shut the fuck up!
Anyone else want to use channel points or bits or subs before we tune? He banned you.
Joke's on him. I can still collect channel points.
Oh, fuck. We appreciate it. Fuck. We appreciate everyone.
Fuck.
J-Fam, stop. I'm sorry I talk shit.
Hey, since I'm banned right now, does that mean I don't have to do them because I can't see them?
No, you're doing them.
How many?
There's three. There's three. We appreciate anyone that's tuned in tonight and has been sitting here listening to us just ramble on and on.
1, 2, 5, 3, sir.
3. Throw. The Holy Hand of Antioch is not.
So I'm going to talk about this because this was a TikTok I made earlier that actually caught some traction. So welcome to the gaming one.
Oh,
the one about how.
Yeah. Let's dig into some gaming. I like this. I like when we do that.
So I made this TikTok. They were like, what's one game that needs to end, that just needs to die? And I said 3. I said Skyrim, GTA, and The Last of Us. Because The Last of Us is coming up on 4 console releases at this point. GTA is out on 7 different consoles. And Skyrim has had 7 different releases. There's more than one Skyrim game per fucking console. Which just makes me believe that we need to stop re-releasing these games. And the other thing was someone brought up Resident Evil. And I don't think Resident Evil does it wrong. They haven't released the fucking game for $60. That's been unless it's a top to bottom remake like Resident Evil 2 and 3 was. But like 4, ever since like 2010, like 4 has been $20. So I've got no problem shelling out $20 for a trophy and an achievement list. Yeah, The Last of Us coming to PC is a great thing. But not for $70. not a fucking 8-year-old game for $70. That's my problem.
I've seen multiple people.
I will not leave Skyrim alone because it's the biggest fucking offender of it all, because it is out. 7 different versions of this game is out across 14 different consoles, 15 if you include Alexa.
Different, avenues. So you've got PC, Mac, 360, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, did I say PS5? Oh, PS3, PS4, PS5, whatever. Plus, you have the Amazon Alexa. You have a mobile option for it. You have Switch
And Wii U.
and was it on Wii U?
I believe so.
I don't think it was on Wii U.
Was it?
You might have to pull one off your list, sir.
Let me see here.
Your fucking slander. Reed,
You
I
just
was
don't
going to say, you brought up Fall of Porcupine or whatever it was. Have you played Donut County? Donut County was a blast. I had so much fun with that game. It's only like 4 hours long.
No, maybe not on Wii U. Nope, it's not on Wii U. My apologies. I was ignorant. Both games together, even as PC remakes, should be no more than $65 together. I agree. Release The Last of Us 1 and 2 as one package for $60. You're not going to hear any complaints out of me. It was the same thing when they released Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 for the Switch for $60. No problem with it, because it's fucking $60 for 3 games.
Well, that and Resident Evil 4 remake is worth it alone.
Yeah. And like someone
sorry.
What? Like, no, because Resident Evil 4, like, I believe they did their release fine. Like, I realized that all 3 original releases were $60 a piece, spread apart 2 years. But it was GameCube, and then they released it on an entirely different platform that it wasn't meant to come out for 10 months later. And then the Wii U with motion controls 2 years later. So I don't see a problem with that. But what I do have a problem with is The Last of Us coming out for PS3, and then The Last of Us 1 coming out for PS4 at $50, and then The Last of Us Part 1 dropping for PS5 and PC for $70. That's fucking obscene.
I'm going to call it a night, guys.
Love you, buddy.
Love you, bud.
See, speaking on that whole collection, like the collection series, right? Mm-hmm. So Assassin's Creed did a similar thing with the Ezio. So you had the Ezio collection, and then you had I don't even remember what it was called, but it had it had like 7 games in it for $120. Mm-hmm. While I don't think it's worth $120, if you wait, you could get all 7 games for like $75. I'm fine with that.
But it's
Taylor. What?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
It was all 75. It was all 7 games with all of their DLC for $75.
But like Taylor just brought up a good point. Like, you bought Skyrim. You bought the complete edition of Skyrim for Xbox Series S. And then they're just like, hey, we fucking lied. Here's the anniversary edition. You can spend an additional $20 to get this. Mm-hmm. Like, no, motherfucker. The game's been out for 10 years. Just give me the free upgrade. This isn't Elden Ring dropping DLC a year later. This is Skyrim releasing an anniversary edition 10 fucking years later.
I think if you had that game, if you already had Skyrim and you had already bought the current or whatever system you're playing it on, PC One, whatever it is, if you had that, anniversary should have been a free upgrade. If you didn't own it at all, $20.
Fine.
I would be happy with that. But I'm not buying another copy of it. Now, Neil went and bought another copy of it because he's a sycophant, but it's also because I took his copy of Skyrim back to GameStop so I could get my so I could get one of my games because I have a problem.
Oh no, I have a problem too. Like, I won't lie, Dark Souls 1, bought it on 360, PS3, PS4, Xbox One. The remaster is on PS4 and Xbox One X, and I bought it on Switch. But to be fair, that is the only game I play anymore. Is Dark Souls games. I want to buy a fucking game deck, like the fucking the Steam Deck, just to play Dark Souls on the go. But I did want to talk to you about something while we're live.
Yeah.
about something I want to do, something I've been wanting to do for years. I would like to do Extra Life.
Hit me with it. Oh, yes.
24 hours straight. We do
That's
a 4.
We're going to have to recruit the troops, but I think we can do
I've already spoken to a few people. We got some troops. My friend Sasha, who you met at the Coheed concert, said she would love to help us out. But I would love to do a 24-hour stream. We review 2 wrestling pay-per-views during that stream. And we play the classics. We play No Mercy. We play Here Comes the Pain. We play Day of Reckoning. We play all the older games. We don't touch the new shit. Anything made after 2010, we don't fucking touch.
Oh, okay. I was good because I was about to be like, yo, SVD. I was like SVR.
You and I do a GM mode. You and I do a GM mode on 06.
I was like, don't fuck with me. SVR 06 is my favorite wrestling game. So we gotta talk about that.
But I think like we have the support group of friends that can help us out. All of us love wrestling and shit. I'm pretty sure we can get Kevin in it if he gets to wear a luchador mask the entire time.
I'm pretty sure we could get Joey to supply
You're so
us with
fuzzy.
games if we need some.
You're so fuzzy.
I'm fuzzy because my camera keeps setting stuff down.
So here's what you do: click on settings.
I know. I'm already on 720. No. Like that's the highest my thing.
No. Click on camera.
Okay.
Like where it says camera right there. Switch to another different one besides your main one.
I don't have one.
Because I have like 4 different options here. But yeah, you click out of it and you click back into it and it resolves itself.
Okay, is that better?
No, but whatever. We're getting ready to wrap up anyways. We've been going.
I'm a piece of shit. That's what you just said.
You
said, hey, fuck you, buddy. You're technologically illiterate. You're a piece of shit. You don't know how to work a fucking camera. That's what I heard. I heard, hey, let's do this great cause to help these kids. And then, but by the way, fuck you.
No, so we want to do that. We're going to have like a nice little party. We'll review 2 pay-per-views. We'll let our audience decide what 2 pay-per-views we review.
Yes.
We'll let you guys pick we'll let you pick a WrestleMania for us to review live, and we'll let you pick an AEW pay-per-view for us to review live.
I want to make one statement clear. You can pick a WrestleMania, but WrestleMania 9 is not a fucking option.
WrestleMania 32 is also off the table. We're going to keep it to WrestleManias that are 4 hours long, because I'm not doing a WrestleMania 35 review where it's 7.5 hours long.
Yeah, you might as well just punch me in my dick at that point.
No, but I really love giving back. I really love doing things, especially to help the sick kids, because as much as I dislike kids, sick kids is it's sad. It's sad, and if we can do anything to help out little kids fucking play video games while they're lying in a hospital bed waiting for shit to happen.
Yeah. Ooh, game day is November 5th, 2022. I'm going to go on right now and request this day off. I don't even know if my boss has this day off, but you guys are going to see this. I'm going to do it live right now. I'm locking my fucking self into this.
Mm-hmm.
And I took the next weekend off too already. I know I'm off the next weekend.
But we're going to do a 24-hour stream, all wrestling related, and I will sneak a in-person quiz show into that. We'll do our first in-person quiz show for Extra Life if we can make this all happen.
Oh my. Your place or my place? Because I can set the basement up.
We're going to do it at your place for sure, because you can definitely hold more people than I can.
That's fair enough.
I'll just bring my...
Mikey's more than welcome to come over, though.
Oh, he'll come over and he'll eat food.
That's cool. I think him and Sam would get along fabulously.
Oh, man. Fucking Sam gets along with everyone. You have the coolest fucking wife out of all of us.
I don't
know. It's a real toss-up between you and LT.
I'm going to put in for time off. Oh, that's a Saturday, so that doesn't matter.
From midnight to midnight, we're going to go.
Saturday, what is that? Yeah, that's Saturday. Is that Friday through Saturday night?
We're going to go Friday at like 11:59. We'll go live PM, and then we will
stop. So
I'll
just come home from work and sleep. I don't have to worry about even taking
we'll just sleep all day. I'll get us a case of Celsius's, and we'll get a whole bunch of foods and shit. We'll DoorDash. We'll do a little bit of we'll have a little fun. We'll do a GM mode. We'll play some old wrestling games, review 2 pay-per-views of our audience's choices, and we're going to leave that up to our subscribers. So if you have any recommendations, please drop them in the comments.
And we'll definitely put it on. We'll put it on some other stuff. We're gonna put on, and so what there'll be as well we were really. We'll get you a mask as well.
You know, JFam, if you and Jordan want to come over, please. I would love to see the both of you. I would love to be able to give you guys a hug for the first time in like fucking 18 years. I would love very much to see the both of you.
So I am like, so we're gonna talk about this. We'll discuss this, but certain subscribers and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm willing to put my body on the line for certain things. I'll go through certain things. Even if that's not necessary, we will definitely have some perks if we hit certain subscriber levels during this, or if there's certain donations made. Because this is at this point, this is for the kids. I'm a father. He's an uncle.
Honest to God, my favorite thing about my life is the fact that I'm an uncle to the most beautiful little girl on the face of the earth.
And you got 2 other niece or nephews, whatever they are. It doesn't matter. I mean, still, man.
I love my nephew. And my brother knows that.
Yeah.
But he also knows that your daughter is the most important thing in the world to me.
I'm gonna cover up her name on this because she's already been on that. But that's what I get from this little monster in her giant ass hands. So
that the days she comes up to me when she's in her loving mood and she loves being around Uncle Clinton are like I'm glad I quit drugs every time I'm around your daughter.
Next time you come over, I've got something that she's been working on that I'm hoping she does for you.
Is she doing this yet? Because if she's doing this yet,
Yes, she's doing that. She's giving wolf kisses. I'm trying to get her to say too sweet. It's not quite there, but we'll get there.
Let me tell you how the funniest little thing his daughter did. We were all sitting around one day, and fucking Ethan's in the kitchen, and my niece is just on Sam, and she's just being all lovey, and she's got her face in Sam's boobs. And Ethan walks out of the kitchen and goes, "Those are my titties." And she looks him dead in the eyes and goes, "No, Daddy, these are my titties." And then just buried her face right back. I love her so much. I love her.
You wild child.
She's the coolest kid on the face of the earth, man.
I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah, you know how I'm drunk is because I'm fucking super lovey right now. Like I'm ready to go make 14 phone calls and tell everyone I love them.
I'm gonna let you know right now. I have obtained. So if I do this math right, I need 4 more shows. I have obtained almost 2,000 points during this show. If I do this right, I need about 4 more shows, and you and I will be VIP certification.
LT, I love you so much. I know not to call you and tell you I love you because you hate that shit.
Can I send you telegrams?
I'm going to send them edible arrangements.
Oh my God. What if they're actually edibles? Do they do that yet? Does edible arrangements do that yet?
Hey, LT, we got to talk after this podcast about a business idea.
Yeah, exactly. This is trademarked now. Anybody hearing this, you didn't hear this shit.
No.
Oh, yeah.
My name's Clinton Davis. You can find me at PK Batman. This is the Hubbard. You can find him at Jensen Collins 3. We are unofficially on a Forklift Pod on Twitter. You can find us at YouTube on a Forklift Wrestling Podcast. You can find us on Twitch. You can find us at Twitch on a Forklift Wrestling Podcast. And as always, Thursdays at 9 p.m. on UPN. And as always, we love you, Judy.
Love you, Judy.